Hello everyone, if you watch the title, you probably know what this video is going to be about, and that's the origins of Yahweh from a Islamic perspective. Okay, for starters, I want to mention that these are just theories that I have, and that they're not, backed up by the majority of scholars or anything like that. It's just theories I think for myself that have a little bit of evidence to back them up. Anyway, if we look into history, we would see that the first mention of Yahweh is in Egyptian records around 100 years before the traditional time of Prophet Musa alayhi salam, which is around 3,100 years ago. If we look at that, we could see that it was most likely an invented thing a little bit earlier than Musa, maybe 100, 200 years before him. But most likely, if you take off the historical source, around 80 years based off that. Now, if we go look into the Bible, it will even tell you that Yahweh wasn't a God of Israel, but he actually came from the south. It implies this in the Bible, and the majority of historians agree that Yahweh is most likely a God from the south. So this very well supports the evidence that Yahweh originated in Midian. If we look at Midian, there is a prophet who was sent there shortly before Prophet Musa, and that's Prophet Shu'aib alayhi salam. The interesting thing about Prophet Shu'aib is the Quran states he was like right before Musa. And the interesting thing is, Islamic tradition has it that he actually married, Prophet Musa actually married Prophet Shu'aib's daughter. And that Prophet Shu'aib, he was a very good prophet amongst the people. Anyway, if you keep going into this evidence, you would see that Prophet Shu'aib is obviously an older man by the time Musa comes. And if this is true, then it would make sense for 80 years before Yahweh was like a new invention to them. Yahweh could have very well have been a name Prophet Shu'aib revealed to the the Midianites, or it could have been a polytheistic name before that he told them to use, or it could have been just an invention by them. We don't know. But the reason I say it could have been a polytheistic name also is because names like Rabb and Allah were also used by polytheistic people sometimes before Islam. And the Quran actually says you could call Allah by any name basically, as long as it's a name showing his mercy or strength or greatness. Basically a name that glorifies Allah, you could call him by any of these names. So going back to that point of Yahweh, if history suggests that there were military groups of Midianites, and even though it wasn't the majority, there could have very well have been military groups, which means the Yahwist movement was actually probably going on before before Israel incorporated it in their own worship. This is just a theory, but Prophet Shu'aib may have been the one who introduced the name Yahweh to the people.